What is up, lads? Today we are going to be adding a second episode to the How to Use Infantry series. Today we're going to be talking about how to score primary in good ways that will last you a while. As an example for today, I've taken my desk and I've just made a Warhammer board thing. We have 500 points of Ultramarines versus the Orc Combat Patrol. These are not their deployments. Well, this is the one for the Orcs, and I will be teaching you how to play from the Space Marine perspective. And if this video does well enough, I will teach you how to play from the Orc perspective. Deployment can be one of the most overlooked phases, despite it being important for setting up how the game will work. Units like this with infiltrate or deep strike can be used to place on objectives. For the Space Marine Army, I have my damage dealing units, one squad of intercessors, a second squad of intercessors, and a lieutenant with combi weapon as my warlord. I have objective controllers, a stormtrooper, and stuff strong enough to deal with big swarms. The opposing Orc Wog is just the Orc Combat Patrol. Big problems are going to be Def Cop does that, the War Boss, the Orc Boys could be dealt with fairly quickly by the Devastators. I mean aggressors. Space Marines deployment, we are going to put one squad of intercessors on the home objective so they can sticky it and then leave. Now that we have stickied our home objective, we're going to put our next intercessors in a position to take a objective. They are at the forefront of my army, trying to make their way onto this objective, and will infiltrate, and we will put him on the farthest objective from the orcs. Next, our aggressors will be put right in front of the intercessors on our home objective. That the board is ready, we are going to be moving first because we won the roll. Going to go over the scenario for turn 1 when you win the roll and when you don't win the roll. We want to win. Okay, so we won the roll to see who started the game. I'm leaving out secondaries for a different video, and our goal is to just capture objectives. This objective gets sticky by our intercessors. These ones will advance, and the aggressors will set up for a big turn of shooting. After our movement phase, we have set up a sticky on this objective. These guys should probably move a little bit more. The aggressors are trying to kind of conceal themselves from some of the orcs because they are the winning asset. These objective controllers will probably die in the orcs' turn of shooting, but if they don't, then they will sticky this objective, and yeah. Another thing, aggressors can see orc units. However, the orc units it can see are not very good. Like, they can't be taken out very well. Between the intercessors opening fire, the aggressors opening fire, they were able to successfully destroy one Choppa. And that is our shooting phase. Now we just need to hold tide for the orc green wave will be devastating, but if we can make a recovery, then we will do good. The orc movement phase puts us in a somewhat dangerous position. These Deathcopters are on this objective, very close to our intercessors. The Death Dread is in the middle of the board, and the Orc in Mega Armor, as well as the 20 squad of Orc boys, actually have done something we wanted them to do, which is open themselves up to shooting from our aggressors. Shooting phase will be definitely a pain, and maybe charge phase for the intercessors, but it's not going to be too devastating. This situation where we went first, we are set up wonderfully, even after the orcs absolutely hit hard turn 1. This intercessor squad is pretty desolate. This one is still going strong, and we almost lost an aggressor. Thankfully, now it's time for our turn to shoot and hit back. Also, we are not in any way, shape, or form disadvantaged. The orcs have 2 objectives, and so do we. So we are at least keeping at pace with them in scoring, which is at minimum what you want to do. Turn 2, and it is now it is turn 2, and it is our movement phase. During this turn, we will be killing lots of orcs in that boy squad, seeing what we can do with this intercessor squad, a dying unit, and how we can still use them somewhat effectively. The aggressors are going to be killing orc boys. These are going to sticky objectives, and if everything goes to plan, we should start having a lead on the orcs that will be difficult for them to patch up. After that movement phase, the intercessors have moved up onto this objective to contest it because they are dying and there's not much more they can do. The aggressors have moved into position to shoot the Orc Boys squad. They are a severely anti-swarm unit and will be used to devastating effect here. The intercessor squad here has stickied this objective and is preparing to shoot the Death Dread, or the Death Coptas probably, because effectiveness of target, they are most likely going to be more effective when shooting these instead of that, because they do have a grenade launcher that will go into the Death Dread, but it should not be heavily relied upon. If the Death Dread does charge, we will still hold the objective, and that will kind of be a wasted turn for them because they will not have captured the objective. Aggressors taking advantage of a good stratagem. Mercy is weakness, giving them sustained hits, allowing them to do some orc damage, and that is just with the Boltstorm gauntlets. After hitting them with the rockets, it is very, 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 very devastated the Orc Boy squad. And it still can be used, but to a much less devastating effect. One more chopper has died. No wounds on the Death Dread, and this guy's kind of still back there, so. During this charge phase, we have an advantage to kill. Orcs are a melee-focused army. However, we have Twin Link 3-up Power Fists. So a charge here would secure our third and final unsecured objective. We would probably get charged by the Orc boys and shot at by that, but that would wipe one of the few Orc units off the board, so we're going to do that. It died. During the Orc movement phase, they were able to move their boys extremely close. Also, we saved the squad of intercessors by charging here. Not permanently, but it is something we did. The orcs boys and the orc war boss have become threats, but in order to deal with this threat, they did leave the home objective, which has me at 4. This one's stickied. That one's stickied. That one has a guy who doesn't intend on leaving to their 0. So, we are low on resources and we have sacrificed a lot of units, but this will be better for us in the long run if we can hold out. We do outpoint the orcs by somewhat this time. The orcs have decided to charge these, killing 2 of them, which is very not good for us. But in the fight back, we did do quite a bit of damage to the. Hold up, did they kill 2 or 1? Hold up, I'll be back. Just remember, this guy had toughness 6 and lives on 1 wound. I did get some very lucky rolls. So, the war boss failed his charge. Very sad for him. This objective has now been stickied. The orcs don't really contest it. They're too busy fist fighting the aggressors. The Death Dread is very close to wiping this objective out. And yeah, that's the thing. Now, if you keep going for the rest of the game and just keep playing well, capturing objectives, you should be able to come out of top by points. As long as we have that guy over there, we have a constant income of 5 primary. However, in this situation, it would likely be a very hard-fought victory due to orcs being one of the best armies in the game, and ultramarines not really quite hitting right now. However, it can be won, it has been won, and by the Emperor you shall win. So, take what you will with this knowledge and win your next 40k game. Anyway, guys, that's it for today's video. Like and subscribe. What's up, guys? In real life, Dordak 3000, the 2 here. I have an announcement to make. If you subscribe and comment on one of my videos, I will put you in a wheel, spin the wheel, and then name one of my Terminators after you. So if you would like to show support for the channel, comment what you would like the Terminator to be named down below. I'll put it on a wheel, and this is a way of saying thank you for enjoying my content and watching my videos that are insanely stupid and should be shorter. Anyway, no Chihuahua outro today. Yeah.